Have you been lied to since childhood? That's how today's guest feels in a sort of kind of way. Coexists with us. Reverend Mark enlightens us about codependency. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley, and today we have a very special guest here with us that's going to be sharing some information today that will be transformative. So I advise you to sit up and listen, because this information is going to be something that you can use to transform your life in a very great way. Reverend Mark, how are you?
Hello, hello. How you doing?
No, Mark, no, we got to take it back from the top. You have to greet us the same way you greet us on YouTube.
Okay.
Mark, how are you?
Hey guys, how are you guys doing? I'm so happy to be here with you, and so honored to be here and talk about this, because this topic is so important.
You know what, Mark? I'll take that. I will take that. But you know what I was looking for? I was looking for peace.
Peeps. Okay. Perfect. I didn't know how formal you wanted me to get with it. Okay, perfect. Okay.
And we
Perfect,
keeping
right.
all this.
Okay, I love it. All right, perfect. Good. Okay, all right. I'm ready.
Marcus.
Peeps,
Now
what's
that's
up?
Marcus.
I'm so happy to be here.
Now that's Marcus. That's the Reverend Marcus. I know. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to have you here. And I want to tell you why. This is something that you don't even know. But today I'm going to share this secret with the viewers. Okay, I've been stalking your page, Mark. You didn't know that. A year and a half ago is when I first discovered your page. The Manifest on Purpose was just a solo show then. And I ran upon your page and I connected with the content there. It sounded like a lot of the things that I believed in. Then I found out we had the same alma mater. So I was like, okay, I got to follow this guy. I heard something, and I say here because this is something I don't share. I'm a sensitive, and I hear more than I see or anything else. So I heard, get Mark on the show. And I'm thinking to myself, are you crazy? No. So I put this off for a long time. And see, what happens is when I hear these messages coming through and I don't do what they tell me to do, they just keep repeating. And so that message has been repeating and repeating for over a year now. And all of a sudden, one day, I was just looking through my YouTube feed, and who popped up on the feed but you, Mark? And the title of the video was, "You've been lied to." I was like, oh no. I gotta see what Mark is talking about. I gotta see who lied to me. And that's how I ended up hearing the classic YouTube video about codependency. First of all, before we get into codependency, I want you to share a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I'll start off by saying thank you for having me on, and thank you for sharing that, because I did not know that at all. And it's such a blessing how spirit just aligns things, and when you hear the call and you listen to the call and how things just play, that's so divine. And I love hearing that story. So thank you for sharing that, because that means so much to me, so a little bit about myself. um, I am a practicing metaphysician. I'm alumni from the University of Metaphysics in Sedona. I'm ordained minister in the International Metaphysical Ministry. I'm also a Reiki master. I'm also a mental health advocate. So I also work with physicians in part with the holistic aspect of bridging the gap between modern medicine and ancient teachings and understandings of the things that, you know, have always been around, but now are coming back to light in a way that gives us the information and the availability to the information to actually bridge the gap. So I call myself a practical spiritualist. I love to take what I get from up there and bring it down and apply it to not only my life, but to help everybody as a collective live better and freer.
That's kind of deep. A, a practical spiritualist. That's one of the type of spiritualists I don't hear too much about today. You know,
Hmm.
there's so many labels and stuff placed on spirituality. Nobody really talks about being practical. So kudos for that. Okay, codependency, that's a word that's been thrown around a lot, but with the word, not too many talk about what this word means and the impact it can have on our lives. Can you share with us what codependency is?
So for me, in terms of understanding codependency, it's when you are relying on your needs on another individual in terms of placing your life in their hands, your emotions in their hands, your actions in their hands. The way that you go about living has to do and based off of what somebody else is dictating or um, influencing you, because you can't make any decisions on yourself. You can't do anything by yourself. So you're dependent on someone else, which is where that code comes in. And a lot of the times that can be um, found in a lot of toxic relationships. Majority of the time, toxic relationships. You can also see it in a lot of family dynamics as well too, um, where you know you see people become enabled and then they start to latch on and then develop that codependent aspect where um, they can't function without another person.
I know you say that it happens a lot in toxic relationships, and sometimes it happens, you hear about it financially. Are
Mhm.
there other ways that codependency happens? I heard you mention children. Are there other relationships that it happens in other than um, romantic or intimate relationships?
Yes, most definitely. Any aspect of relation in terms of friendship, family, romantic, even you even can see it in terms of religious aspects as well too. People are feeling as if they can't make decisions without somebody else, or they can't do something that's independently a decision or an action or a emotion or feeling. They can't rely on that without somebody else outside of them. And you can see that with children and parents. If the parent enables for so long, then the child becomes codependent in terms of they don't know how to actually function without the parent, or the parent telling them what to do, or them running to the parent with needs that they need. So the parent has to do it because they don't know how to actually be dependent. Um, Another one is, like I said, with religious aspect of it too. You see a lot of people in religions feel like they can't make their own decisions um, because it goes against what they believe in terms of God controlling everything, and it's God's will, and not necessarily taking any type of responsibility for their own sovereign state. And with that, you see a lot of the time people bypass on a lot of the things that they would have to do for themselves because they feel like God's going to provide. It's that metaphor, that analogy of the pastor when the storm came, and he's like, God, I know God's gonna provide for me, he's gonna save me. And then the boats come by and they're like, come on, and he's like, no, you guys go save other people, God's got me. And it happens 3 times, and he ends up drowning, and then he goes to the gates of heaven and he's like, I want counsel with God. And he's like, God, I didn't think my time was done. Like, why did I die? Why didn't you save me? And God's like, I sent you 3 boats. Like, so it's like those aspects of things in religion when it comes to the codependent aspect of it. Like beliefs are and understanding is absolutely fine. I'm not taking that away, but when it comes when it takes away from you being an individual to make your own decisions, then you are stuck in a codependent state.
Mark, that was deep. I never really looked at codependency on that level.
Mhm.
I'm so glad I asked that question. Oh, you in trouble, Mark. You know, you got to break this down because there's some people out there that's saying, I'm in my religion and I'm not codependent. I'm just doing what this text tells me to do. I'm just doing what this pastor tells me to do. How can you recognize whether or not it's a healthy relationship with that religion or with that person or that relationship? Or how can you tell whether it's actually a codependency?
Well, the first sign is, do you feel empowered? So empowerment in terms of you as a sovereign individual. If the things around you that you're getting into or believing in or following or associating yourself with is not empowering you to be a better individual, a stronger individual, feeling the power that's within you, um, then it's taking away from your power. It's literally disempowering you. On it's either one or the other. It's no in between. It's no gray mark there. It's white or black. It's either empowering you or it's disempowering you.